In a split second, life can change. One minute, everything is great, family and work are all good. The next minute, it is heartache and grief. This midday, we are talking with Michelle Carter. She is a former Kansas City resident who now lives in San Francisco, who faced a devastating loss, and she wrote a book about how she handled it. Michelle, thanks so much for coming and for being here. So tell me about the book, the title, and what it starts with that turn that life can throw.
Well, it comes actually right in the middle of it. I started out on a grand adventure. My grand adventure was to go to spend a year in Russia as a midwife at the birth of a new press, a free press in Russia in 1995. And while I was there, in the middle of that year, my husband died in San Francisco in a freak accident. And so everything changed. Everything became after 28 years of marriage, I was unprepared, but also there was the circumstance of, do I complete the rest of my grant? I had a year's grant. And so I came home for the month of July and then went back.
Tell us the name of the book. What's the title there?
From Under the Russian Snow.
Okay.
And it's published by Bedazzled Ink in California. It's a book of hope and renewal, because the flower on the front is called the Podsnezhniki, and it means from under the snow. It appears in early March in Russia, and you see them on street corners everywhere.
Now, one thing that we need to get to, and we just have about a minute left, but there is the tragedy, but then there is the turning around of that, and there is the hope, and I guess the flower kind of symbolizes that. Tell me where you're going with the book and what readers will discover.
I think they will see that the circumstances that we now find ourselves in, as far as the press in Russia and the press in the United States, had some significant roots 20 years back. 1995 is the year we're talking about, and that how things turned from this incredibly hopeful perestroika and glasnost of the end of the Cold War into the circumstances that we find ourselves now, and how there still is hope that we can turn things back around.
And that then connects back to your life and how things have turned around for you, and you really have a nice, things have really turned around and things are going much better now for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There is always hope after the tragedy.
This is a story of hope.
All right. Thanks so much for coming and for sharing.